Partly to mostly sunny skies today. We're still looking at really warm temperatures. We end up at 86 this afternoon. An isolated scattered shower or thunderstorm possible, especially late afternoon, early evening. Overnight tonight, a scattered shower possible. We drop down to 64. And then for Saturday, sunny and hot with a high of 87. I'm WSBT 22 Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
Good morning. This is the First Federal Show.
Things change over time, but one thing has stayed consistent. Celebrating 30 years on the air on WROI is the First Federal program. Hosts may have changed, but the program is still the same. Now continuing a long-standing tradition, streaming on the First Federal Facebook page and on WROI.
And good morning. It is time for the First Federal program. We welcome Evan and Todd this morning. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, Randy.
How are we doing?
Randy?
Hey, we're doing great.
It's another beautiful Friday.
Yeah, it was a great sunrise this morning.
Awesome. Beautiful out there.
I love it.
60 degrees, perfect temperature.
Let's just cap it right there for the day.
Yeah, there you go. I'll take it. Todd, how are you this morning?
Doing well. For our Facebook listeners, you got a little head start. I'm subbing for Tanner today, and I pressed the start button too soon, so you got the weather too.
A little bonus this
You
morning.
can see what beautiful day it's going to be.
That's better than cutting it short, Todd.
That's true.
Yeah, very true.
So Todd returns from the West Coast last weekend. How was the weather out there?
It was beautiful, awesome.
Also a beautiful outcome.
Yeah.
Went to the Rose
Rare.
Bowl to see. I figured that's the only way I'm ever going to see IU in the Rose Bowl. They played UCLA and won 42-13, and there was a huge IU crowd there. And by the end of the game, there were 80 UCLA fans left.
Well, there weren't too many good plays for them
No.
at all. So I don't blame the fans for packing up and going and enjoying something else in California.
Or they could have just changed colors and enjoyed the ball game.
Yeah, inside out. Be safe. Play it safe.
So we'll talk more about college football in a second.
All right. Hey, we've got our Plymouth Community Appreciation Day today from 11 to 2. Love to serve you some lunch, give you some First Federal giveaways. Thank you for doing business with us or inviting you to do business if you aren't yet. We really have loved doing these, and that's been our theme for the month of September, hasn't it, Todd?
Yeah, if you're in the area, stop by. Plymouth always has a great outing. They have some fun and games planned for the parking lot and good food with Bob's Cafeteria food truck.
I love the games in the parking lot. That's a neat thing. We may need to adopt that for Rochester. Need a bigger parking lot.
Yeah, we need a bigger parking lot. A lot of people.
And then the always popular paper shredding.
That's coming today too. So if you have any boxes, if you haven't made it to one of our training events already, don't hesitate to stop by Plymouth. Say hi to the Plymouth staff. See our beautiful office there, and get some food and drop off shredding, play some games.
You know, if I'd gone to the Rochester one, which I did, and spun the wheel to win a special prize, I could go to Plymouth today, spin the wheel again, and maybe I'd get a different prize.
You'll get a different prize because each of our offices kind of has their own selection
That's
of,
fun.
of giveaways, and there's some pretty fun things out there.
Okay.
Chip clips, things like that, other things.
All right. Well, I'm going.
I'm going.
I may have to make my way north.
We'll see you there, Randy.
Yeah.
We have a special guest also here today too, Zach Reuter from First Federal Savings Bank in our commercial loan department. Welcome, Zach.
Hello, hello.
All right. We've got some couple trivia questions for you guys this morning.
Oh, she brings Zach in and we double up on the trivia.
He's that good. We've got to go strong.
Scares me. Scares me.
All right. Mine's related to the tidbit of one of the tidbit days.
Okay.
There's actually two of them cheese related, so my trivia is cheese related. Todd has a local trivia for us about some local events, which will be good. All right, in which country was cheddar cheese first produced? Randy? Wales, Scotland, Canada, or England?
That's a tough one.
Think about that a little bit.
Huh. I was thinking of that general area of geography, but then you mentioned 3 countries from that area. So I made it a little bit harder.
All right. Todd, what about yours?
It relates to the Trail of Courage. We had guests on from the Fulton County Historical Society last week, and we talked about this is an ongoing event. So they're celebrating the Living History Festival again Saturday and Sunday. How many Trail of Courages have there been? 45, 46, 47, or 48.
Ooh.
We didn't talk about that last week specifically.
Yeah,
So I looked it up.
there you go.
Okay, does that include the original Trail of Death?
No, that does not
Okay.
include, this is Historical Society celebrations.
Okay, just checking, because that could change the answer.
I thought about that. And
Okay.
then I was going to do consecutive too, but I don't recall what happened during the pandemic. So
We'll research that later.
I took this from their website.
All
There
right,
you go.
that's good. All right, well, we'll think about those a little bit, and our listeners and viewers can think about both trivia questions. I love doubling up. This may be a new tradition, Todd.
We can do that more often.
All right, let's segue into some sports action. We're getting close to the end of the baseball season.
Yeah, baseball season's winding up. I did a quick look on the standings. Tanner usually goes over the standings. Looks like they're pretty set on the playoffs this season.
I think so too.
And I
No
didn't write
news.
the names down, so.
That's all right. The big news was big old Shohei Ohtani,
Yeah,
50 home runs,
50.
50 stolen bases this week.
That's pretty
50-50
amazing.
club.
Never been done before.
No.
So,
His 50 was a bomb, too.
if you got that baseball, that'd be a pretty special one.
I did see something posted on, I think, X about that, how, like, one guy barely missed the ball, the next guy got it, and they're saying that missed half probably cost him $500,000.
Butterfingers.
Yeah.
That's the worst. When I was a kid, Jose Canseco was your 40-40 guy. I remember that. Of course,
They
he
got
had some.
juiced a little bit.
He had some.
50-50, then there were 60s, with McGuire and Sosa, so.
All right, enough about that.
Got a lot of college
Now,
football coming up.
60 degrees, fall, makes me think of football.
Yeah, high
What's
school
going on
football.
this weekend?
Rochester plays at Lewis Cass this evening.
They are.
Giant FM covering.
We'll be there. 6:40 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff.
Looks like we're going to temperatures aren't moderating yet, but it's still going to be a warm evening. So,
And it'll be a little warm. We still probably halftime and
so
get that sun down, and it'll help cool off a little
Lewis
bit.
Cass always has a good program, so
Will be.
it'll be a
Will be a
good
good
game.
one.
Tippecanoe Valley's at Laville. Caston's playing South Central. And Winnemac at Triton. And Culver will be in North Judson. So it's the best time of year for high school football. If you're not doing anything yet tonight, go out and find a game.
This is about the halfway point, week 5.
It goes fast, doesn't it?
9 regular weeks and 10 sectional, so guaranteed. So
Yeah.
halfway, and it's going fast.
It goes fast.
It always does with football with one game a week.
Yeah.
You know? Just like those weeks tick off real quick.
And if you're interested in other sports, check out the Rochester High School site. There's probably lots of golf, volleyball.
Golf sectionals get underway today.
Good. Where's that at?
I believe they are at Tippecanoe Country Club, I think,
Okay.
possibly. So, yeah.
In Syracuse?
No, the
Lafayette.
Oh!
Sorry
okay.
to throw a curve
Yeah,
at you there.
sorry.
Yeah. I believe that's where they're at, because they were just down that way.
So if you plan on going, check out
Yeah.
our website to
Check out
make
the
sure you're
website.
heading the right
Cheer
way.
on the Lady Zebras.
They have a good team this year.
They've been hitting the ball well.
Very competitive.
Yeah.
So always good to check out high school sports. College football happens again this weekend. Purdue will recover from their loss last week, or Notre Dame. Their loss to Notre Dame at Purdue last week.
Will they? Will they recover?
Well,
That could be a big one this week.
They played Oregon State.
Yeah.
Oregon State got hammered by Oregon last week.
Well, I would say you could only recover from that, because I'm not sure.
If they don't, then there's going to be big talk.
I'm not sure they could. I'm not sure they could replicate that again.
Got the double B game, the Boilers versus the Beavers. IU is 3-0. I have to say that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
No, you got to say it whenever you
That's
can.
right.
Versus Charlotte tomorrow on the Big Ten Network. By the way, Purdue is tomorrow night 8:30 on CW.
Okay.
It's kind of unusual for broadcast for that. Notre Dame's 2-1. They play at Miami of Ohio tomorrow. Of course, that's on the Notre Dame Broadcasting Network, NBC. Yeah. Ball State at Central Michigan tomorrow at 1 o'clock on ESPN Plus.
Okay. Yeah, it's a nice Saturday.
Yeah.
So, Evan, you're a U Indy graduate.
Yeah.
Anything about their football program you know this year?
I don't know specifically this year. They've been really competitive the last few years. We went down there homecoming a couple of years ago with the kids and stuff. One of the kids got to ride on the back of a motorcycle leading the team out of the tunnel. And then we got to all put on conference championship rings and
That's
check those out. Yeah, it was a fun event. So if you're on the south side of Indy, check it out.
There you
They're a pretty good team to watch.
So that's our sports for today. Of course, we have Tanner's tidbits. Tanner's on vacation, but he did prepare tidbits for us.
Yeah, these are straight from him.
Yes, straight from him. On this day in 1814, the Star Spangled Banner was published as a song.
Oh wow, I wouldn't have gotten that trivia correct.
No, I wouldn't have either.
Good bit of history. On this day in 2011, the popular show New Girl debuted on Fox.
Okay. I never saw
Well,
that.
Everybody's shaking their heads
I
here.
haven't seen that show.
It's called Old Girl now.
Yeah, 2011, yeah, that's right. On this day in 2019 is the 80th anniversary of the first Batman comic being published.
Wow,
That's pretty old.
that really is. That's older than I would have thought.
I remember the Batman kind of sitcom from the 60s. That was, you remember that?
Oh yeah,
With the logos of POW and BAM and things
yeah.
like
During the fight.
I don't
scenes.
remember it from the 60s, but maybe the 70s, Todd.
Okay.
And I think I remember it from the 80s.
Sorry to date you. I just dated myself.
Pretty snazzy outfits on that show, if I
Yeah,
recall
yes,
as well.
yes. Some nice suits.
Anybody a Frankenstein fan?
No.
On this day in 2021, the first edition of Mary Shelley's 1818 novel, Frankenstein, sold for $1.17 million, setting a new world record for a printed work by a woman.
Wow.
That's great.
I've never set out to read that, but
That's a lot of money.
October would be the month to read that book.
That is true. For the trivia buffs out there, that's always a question: is what works did Mary Shelley publish? And it's always Frankenstein. That question shows up in trivia
Really?
a lot.
That's interesting.
So for you trivia buffs out there, just remember that.
Sock it away.
Yeah, you go.
Tanner's come up with some national days: National Fried Rice Day,
Yes.
National Pepperoni Pizza Day.
Well, those are two strong ones
Yeah,
right away.
well,
We may have to celebrate the Pizza Day. National Tradesman's Day, International Grenache Day, Queso Day, Raspberry Day. It's like we're getting hungry.
I was going to say, it must be National Food Day or something.
Okay, so that was the first cheese one right there. I learned that queso originated in the United States. That surprised me.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
That would be a
Really?
good trivia question.
Sorry. I
Yeah,
missed-
I would never guess that one either.
National Care for Kids Day, National String Cheese Day.
Ah, string cheese.
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella, as Barney called it.
Another thing I learned about mozzarella, it's sometimes made from buffalo milk.
Really?
Boy, we got a cheese connoisseur over here.
Yeah. Cooking with Evan today.
Yeah.
There's a lot out there if you want to dive deep.
Must have done some Google searching for the trivia question,
You know
right?
what Evan's been doing this week
Yeah.
at work?
Yeah, that's right.
Got some
Yes,
great,
may I help you?
have some great upcoming events. The Alchemist Club Pumpkin Patch is open.
It is.
So go out
Looks
there
beautiful.
and take a visit. Yeah, lots of mums out there for sale now, and the mums go pretty quickly. And lots of local organizations are volunteering to help out the Alchemist Club, and Alchemist Club does a great job with that.
Yeah, it's a real local staple now.
Yeah.
Wonderful job.
I mentioned the Trail of Courage. That's going on this weekend.
It is.
Saturday 10 to 6, Sunday 10 to 4. Got the Kiwanis Fall Festival next weekend. And the Outlet Youth Center will be hosting a bingo fundraiser next Saturday at the Times Theater. You can register online at the outletyouthcenter.org. Outlet Youth Center is one word. Last week we talked about fishing, and just want to remind everybody that Saturday 9/28 your family likes to fish.
Yeah, we do.
That's the last free day to fish this year. You don't need a
Okay.
license.
Well, it's gonna be warm, so I'd go morning or evening.
That's a tip for those fishing.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the Fulton County United Way second annual trivia event will be held October 5th. Team registration is due the 27th. Teams are filling up. There's 18 or 19 teams.
Wow. Cool.
So it's a great fundraiser for United Way. Thanks to NIPSCO for sponsoring that event. That'll be at the Elks Lodge. So you can go to the Fulton County United Way Facebook page to check that out.
Awesome.
Quite a few upcoming events. Any more you know about?
Hey, next Friday, Customer Appreciation Day in Winamac, Indiana.
course.
So make sure you set your calendar for that one. We'll be over there. And
So okay, so you can win a prize in Rochester. Go to Plymouth today, win a prize. Next Friday, go to Winamac. You can just
Spin the wheel in each location.
win all these
right.
prizes. What a deal!
it's exciting. Last Friday, you could have gone to Mishawaka, Elkhart, and then Warsaw and picked up 3 prizes in the same day.
So this is our Community Customer Appreciation Day, our month, basically.
Yeah.
So we're getting a lot of those done.
All right,
We love our customers.
We'd love to see you. Okay, we got one milestone today on the more of a somber tone, but today's the 1-year anniversary of the passing of our dear First Federal family member and friend Andy Heck. Andy was the branch president of our Mishawaka branch and grew up in Plymouth. A lot of people have known him, and he was a generous and kind soul. Never met a stranger. Very friendly, engaging guy. Left a huge impact on our First Federal family and customers. I just wanted to mention Andy, and we miss him today very, very much, along with all the other days. Okay. Hey, mortgage rates have been declining this summer. If you took out a mortgage rate in the last year, you might benefit from a refinance at a lower rate than what you had. Also, you have some debt that's maybe got some higher interest rate than your mortgage loan. It might make some sense for you here soon to consolidate those and look at a refinance and putting all that debt into your mortgage at a much lower rate. And the benefit of that could mean that you would have overall lower monthly payments on your debt. So could be a really great option for you. If you want to look into that and start understanding your personal situation, contact Ben Dalton and Stacy Wilson to look at some of those potential options. 574-223-2128. And we offer our Simply Free checking accounts and Simply Free business checking accounts. And Todd, we got a free gift here that's really seasonally appropriate.
The free gift is the bamboo cutting board, shaped like a football.
Perfect.
Has inlays on it with the laces and the stripes.
So you can cut your onions and peppers if you're tailgating and grilling out, or you could cut your lemons and limes, if you've got a club soda or something.
Open a new account or refer a friend.
I like it. Okay. Of course, borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We are FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927.
We're official.
Now we're official.
Now the fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, as Todd said, we've got Zach Reuter here, one of our First Federal family members, and Zach is our lender in the commercial lending department. He's also our commercial credit manager, so he's really a busy fellow.
Multiple hats,
Yeah.
Zach.
Lots of hats going on here.
Well, we announced earlier this summer that Lindy Breeden was retiring, and so he's enjoying the good life right now. And Zach has stepped into that lender role that Lindy occupied really well for us the last few years. And he's got a long history with First Federal and how we do things, and been involved from the entire time Lindy was involved as well.
Yeah.
So we got some great continuity. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Zach, for those listening and watching this morning.
Well, thanks, Evan. I am actually, my Reuter family is from the area. We were based in Rochester. My grandparents both came up in the Rochester area, and my great-grandfather was actually a optometrist here in town for several decades.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, we have got quite a connection to the area. But I personally grew up in South Whitley, which is a sister State Road 14 town. Just down the street.
That's right.
So we grew up there, and don't hold it against me, but I went to Whitco.
Wildcat.
Yeah, I know, right? Graduated there about 2007, and then I went to Huntington University and graduated there in 2011. And then that fall, I actually started in banking as a teller at the old Farmer State Bank in Mentone.
Oh, that's where I started my banking career.
What do you know? And then from there, I've just been in banking ever since. About 13 years this November. So.
Well, that's great. We love having local people with community ties, understanding, serving people. That's what's kind of fun about being located in a rural area. I know you got to drive really far to get anywhere where things are happening sometimes, but the nice thing is you really understand your neighbors and you consider everybody neighbors. So you come about things from a great perspective, Zach. We've always appreciate that about you.
That's a great benefit because he has a great small business and commercial lending background most of your career, right?
Yep. I did that a lot at my prior places of work, prior institutions I worked. And I've just continued that on at First Federal. And my previous position was kind of the senior analyst role. So I was working on underwriting loans and then also processing doc prep, post-closing review, loan servicing, you name it, I was part of it for our commercial department.
So even though you're new to the direct lending role, you're a seasoned veteran with underwriting and knowing all about commercial lending.
I have touched every single commercial loan we've done in the past 6 years.
There we go. All right. Well, what's your favorite thing about serving our customers at First Federal these last few years?
The thing I enjoy most is that we are one of the last small community banks, period. I mean, they're going away. And that really gives us a unique ability to serve our customers and be able to put them first that you might not be able to get at a bigger bank. So.
That's absolutely correct. I also think, being a community bank allows us some flexibility, allows us some speed to get things done at times because we don't have a bunch of layers like some of the large banks.
Yeah.
One thing I've heard over the years since we started doing business banking as well has just been the time it takes to get anything done at some of these bigger banks.
Yeah.
Approval times or, even getting communication back.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I think that's one thing that we have as an advantage is that our department is still pretty small, and with that going on, we're highly involved in your loan request at any point during the process, and so that allows us to get things moving quicker and get it done as fast as we can. So.
All right, tell us a little bit about your family.
Well, my family has been involved with banking for many years. My grandfather was Forrest Miner, who is actually the president of Farmers State Bank in Mentone for the 80s and 90s, and he eventually retired from there. My wife is actually the BSA officer for First Federal. Followed her over a couple of years after she moved.
Shout out to you, Robin.
Yeah. And then her mom, my mother-in-law, was a district regional manager for another larger bank out of Kosciuszko County. And so we've been involved and been a part of it.
Banking's in the blood.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that's great. What about your father? You're a family man. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I've been married for 12 years this year. And I've got 2 kids, 5 and 4, both girls, keeping me busy.
Yeah, I'd say. Close together like that, it's almost a pack.
Yeah,
running interference for you.
They definitely enjoy their time together, even though they often fight a lot.
Yeah, that doesn't mean they're not enjoying it. That's part of the package.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's great. All right, let's talk about commercial lending specifics just a little bit. What are the type of things that we can help with on that, and where can we be doing this? Where are we looking for customers?
Well, just like our mortgage side, the commercial side specializes in real estate lending. That's kind of our bread and butter. But we do offer equipment loans and some lines of credit, construction loans, and just about anything. If you are interested in a commercial loan, you can just reach out and contact us, and you can go from there.
We're speaking with Zach Reuter, our commercial lender for First Federal, and also our commercial credit manager. Zach, give us your direct phone number for those out there that might be interested in looking into some opportunities for efficient, great communication, commercial lending.
Well, sure, they can definitely call 574-223-1731. That's my direct line.
That's great. And then, where are we looking to make loans for business customers?
Our lending area is really north central Indiana, and definitely the listening area.
Yeah, that's right.
Station, so.
Okay, now we've had some exciting news this week I didn't mention earlier in the show. This would be pretty exciting for business owners out there, and also really exciting for consumers too. We finally reached the point after 14 months where the Federal Reserve dropped interest rates a little bit. That puts a little jolt in things, doesn't it?
With the sledgehammer, yeah. That's how it goes.
Tell us about that. What did they end up doing?
So yeah, just the other day, the Fed lowered interest rates more than I thought they would. They lowered it 0.5%, so that will directly affect of our commercial loans. We definitely look at Wall Street Journal, and that will lower that rate a bit. So that is good news for our borrowers.
And then thinking about consumers, it's directly tied to things like credit card rates or some of these adjustable rates that may be closely tied, daily variables that might be changing really quickly. The nice thing that the Federal Reserve also did was they talked about a little bit what they plan to do in the future. So sounds like more rate cuts might be coming, and I know they said meeting to meeting decision making, which makes sense, but they really set the tone that they're going to be looking to cut, not raise anymore, which is different communication than they've had for the last 2 years.
Only 6 to 8 months later, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's right. So it's a good time to look again at your debt. What interest rate do you have? What's available now? And maybe you can get a little bit of payment relief there, and we'd like to help you with that, whether it's business or personal. Okay. Thank you, Zach. We enjoyed having you this morning.
You bet.
Nice to get to know you a little bit more. Gosh, we got a real veteran banking family here.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's great.
Yeah, you add these number of years, that's a lot of years.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's what you get from First Federal Savings Bank is experience and friendliness and customer service.
Well, you got 3 guys right here that started as a teller, too.
It's true.
Which is a great way to start in banking, in my opinion. All right. Let's get to our trivia. We'll start with mine, Todd.
Okay.
Maybe the easier trivia.
Well, it might be. In which country was cheddar cheese first produced? Wales, Scotland, Canada, or England?
Man, you're putting pressure on. I say England, but I don't
It's
know if
colder
that's...
in Scotland.
Yeah, I know. I'll go Scotland.
Zach?
Let's go with what's choice C?
Canada.
Okay, definitely not going with
Yeah. the old thumb rule. Yeah, see, yeah, I know. I thought of that too. I'm like, no.
I'll double down on England.
Okay. Todd, do you know this one already?
No, I don't. I'll go with Wales because when you started the question, I was thinking kind of Wisconsin, the cheeseheads.
That's right.
Yeah, so Wales.
Probably similar climate as Wisconsin, you'd think. The answer is England, and cheddar cheese originated in the village of Cheddar.
How
Cheddar.
appropriate.
Yeah. All right, Todd. What's your trivia? answer?
Trail of Courage. How many years have they been doing the Trail of Courage at the Fulton County Historical Society? 45, 46, 47, 48.
I'm gonna go 48.
47.
Ah.
The rule of thumb.
That would pay off.
That would pay off on that
He
one.
was sniffing it.
If you have looking for something to do Saturday and Sunday, go out and check out the Trail of Courage.
There you go.
Great job, Todd. Zach.
0 for 2. Makes me feel real good today.
Hey, let's not get down on ourselves because we've got a great quote here from Elbert Hubbard, an American writer. Positive anything, Randy, is better than negative nothing.
That is true. Very true. Very true. And with that, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you again coming up next Friday.
Thank you.
With those words of wisdom, this has been the First Federal Program. Join us every Friday at 7:30 on WROI Giant FM.